of the day, he is doing things to get underneath people's skin. He's trying so bad to be the heel, and it's not even received that well. For the amount of energy he puts, the amount of paid freaking Instagram models he try to put around him, he should have 1 million followers. He don't. So it's not even working. So he's failing at trying to be the heel. How do you fail at being the bad guy? You know what I mean? So when I look at it, I can't focus my attention on that because it's not going to motivate me. It's not going to pump me up. It's not going to make me want to do anything. It's going to annoy me, or it's going to make me fight outside of a game plan and just go out there and just try to come up. You know what I mean? I think it's way I can come up, but within the game plan, within strategy, making a miss, making a pay, stopping the shot, making a pay, putting pressure on them, punching them in the face, standing there, bullying them. I think those things are going to make him jump on legs from way far out, swing wide shots, and then he's going to crumble. He's a quitter. Like when you really look at him, when you saw him getting hit in the body by Usman, when you see him, Willie Alves put an arm around his neck, he just has not been in a position many times to quit. But in his mind, he's not a guy that's in the gym training hard. He has a great gas tank, and most of it is natural. Most of it is the way he's building. It's not because he's training so hard. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't take on that additional pressure. I don't. You know what I mean? I love my coach. I stand 10 toes down on what I believe, and I don't give a who you are. You're not going to make me budge. If I miss out on millions because of it, I'm gonna stand my ground on what I believe in. And I fight for what I believe in, but I'm not gonna fight to negate what he's doing because he don't even believe in it. Like he is the epitome of what's wrong with our culture right now. We got people that are watching other people on social media and they want their lifestyles, or they're doing this because they think it's cool. I'm gonna wear a suit because Conor McGregor wore it. I'm gonna talk about my opponent because that's what I think we're supposed to do. I do what I do because it's me, and it's what I feel. I'm my own filter. I don't need somebody else to show me what to do. And he's creating controversy. He's creating things. So that's almost worse than somebody that truly is racist, somebody that truly hates people from Brazil. He's creating something that's not even him. That's 10 times worse than someone that just really feels that way. You know what I mean?
As far as, going back to Rakic, is that the way you pronounce his name?
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, even the way he jumped up, Kenny, at the end of the fight was almost like he won the Super Bowl. Yeah. So he put a lot of weight on the name of Anthony Smith fighting for a title, which is good. I think it's good, but I think it shows which direction he was heading in. But he really, the way he jumped up and ran away from him at the end, I thought was just a little odd. I thought he did great. You could see the size difference. He's a big bone guy. I thought he had a huge size advantage, just bone structure wise, not even height wise. But yeah, he took this as, Anthony Smith has a huge name, and that's the way I think he fought that fight. So I think he fought to get the win, which is good. But I think, like Kenny says, you got to make a statement. You know what I mean? And I don't know if he did that.
Right. Ray brings up a great point, John, and it's kind of one of those things where, if you studied your ass off for a test and you get that test back, do you cheer that you got a C+? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I did it. I passed.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's what we That's what we were looking at, Kenny. That's what we were looking at.
So it's like, all right, you beat Anthony Smith. It was not impressive. You kind of hung in there. Yeah, you stepped out of his guard, something you probably should have done before to stand up with him, and you're cheering about it. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I think just a little premature. There was something odd about the whole thing, and but again, not taking anything away from the guy's performance. He performed really well, but I thought there was a couple of oddities in there that I just couldn't wrap my brain around, and that was one of them. Yeah, right.
And so being in that fight with Max, like, was there a point in the fight where you realized, like, I just don't have the skill to win this fight? Like, was that a realization of yours? Or?
Well, the fight dragged on for a while. So even like I said, I trained basically over 6 months for that fight. So I was worn down. When I fought, I was sick. Typically my weight when I come back after 145 is 165. I weighed 154 with my shorts on the day of the fight. So it was just, my weight wasn't coming back. My energy wasn't the same. And when I got in there, I was experiencing new things damn, man, these people keep calling me. Sorry. I was experiencing all these new things that I never had to experience before, right? It was like going the first round was a good field round. Going the second round, cool. I broke my nose. I never had that happen, so it was new learning. Like, okay, I have to breathe through my mouth, and I did what everyone does. They blow their nose and your freaking eyes swell shut.
Yeah.
So I did the typical what you're not supposed to do. I did it.
Yeah.
But it was after the second round, they're like, "Hey, man, your nose is broken," and I think it was Tate or whoever the guy was to tell me it was broke. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
It was the guy that told me, like, yo, it's broken, like, breathe through your mouth. And that's the best advice I got. I was like, all right, cool, breathe through my mouth. Went into the third round, and I had a good third round. I was putting pressure on him. I was hitting him. I was like, okay, I'm coming back to life. Then my hand messed up. Then it was like, damn, this hand's swollen. Then the other hand got fractured. And it was like, all right, great. Went after the third round, and it's like, I'm going into the fourth round with one broken thumb, and it's dislocated. My other hand's fractured. Everyone's like, why don't you do a takedown? It's like, if I had hands, I could try more, but I don't even have thumbs at this point.
Yeah.
Nose broken, eye swollen shut. So I was like, and it's the fourth round, and you're getting tired because you had your lack of weight and energy. So it was like, dude, you're gonna have to knock me the f out or kill me. I'm not gonna stop. I go, I don't care what I have, bro. Like, I still believe in myself that I'm like, I'll make something happen. I'm gonna find some magic. This heart, you know, it's like, I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna go in there. And I would eat 10, 12 shots. I know I was eating them, but it was like, if you put your hands up, he hits your thumb and it hurts. You put your hands down, he hits your face. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So I had to pick which one is, you know, which one's the one. And I went with the one that didn't hurt the most, because he has good striking, but his power wasn't as powerful as other people that I felt before. So I was like, you know what, I can take his shots. And that's what I did. I would take 2, 3, 6 shots, and I would just kind of like bite down on the mouthpiece and swing right back. And every hit, you would feel like your hand was like, oh man, like, but you keep a poker face. Don't let them know you're hurt.
I've always said, even before the Ferguson fight, because I'm biased, obviously, with Khabib. Khabib's my teammate, and I always want him to win. And I truly do feel no one's going to beat him. And I feel like he could be the first fighter to retire undefeated. But I've always said, to me, the most dangerous fight as of late would be Justin Gaethje. And then when Justin Gaethje fought Tony Ferguson and fought him like he did, that just like cemented that even more and made it even more scary. Because, I mean, overall, I still say Khabib's a better fighter against anyone. But also, when you look at Justin Gaethje, he has that kryptonite that he can land and end anybody. And so when you have a fighter like that, that's a dangerous fight, you know, for anyone, even Khabib.
Let me tell you something. Justin Gaethje is not fighting the UFC lightweight champion, Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's fighting the greatest fighter we ever seen on the planet.
I agree.
And the way I said it, Khabib never really lost a round, never been dropped, never been cut, never really been hurt in a fight, right? He never had PED. And I'm not taking shots at any other fighters. Right. And I feel like George St. Pierre has been finished, been knocked out, right? John Jones, like, you know, he lost rounds, split decisions, he's been through it. And I feel Justin Gaethje is fighting the greatest fighter of all the time.
I agree.
He's not just fighting the greatest lightweight ever. Khabib Nurmagomedov is the best fighter we ever seen, and I don't think we'll ever see anyone like him anytime soon. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, you see this guy comes at. We've seen glimpses of Khabib, right? The 170, who I represent also. We see glimpses of him, right? The guy's, he doesn't get hit. He doesn't get touched, right? But he's not there yet. You know, he's not there yet. He have a lot to prove. Khabib is the greatest fighter of all the time. It's not Anderson. It's not John. I respect both of these guys, what I accomplished. Khabib Nurmagomedov. And he is great in the cage and outside the cage. Greatness become about what you do outside, what you do inside. Inside, nobody touch